Welcome to Meet the Candidate 2022. And my guest for the session is Kim Plese, who is a candidate for Spokane County Commissioner in District 1. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you. Super excited to be here.
Well, this is an opportunity to get acquainted because I don't think we've met before. But so Kim, tell me about where you grew up.
Well, I grew up in Spokane. Spokane's my hometown. I've lived here most of my life. I lived briefly in Seattle for work. And so I love Spokane. Anyway, yeah. And I went to school here. I went to Gonzaga Prep High School and I went to WSU. I graduated from Washington State University and got my BA and got a job right out of the bat in Seattle. And that's why I lived over there for a short time. So, yep.
Yeah. I know that you have been part of a family owned and operated business. So when I asked this question, I'm partly expecting that's what I'll hear was your first job for pay. But what did you first do to connect work effort with a paycheck?
Well, I did. I worked for my parents. They were in real estate and they had a development. They had a small development. And what my job was after school, I would go in and clean up, sweep after the builders and the construction workers every day after school. That was my first job. I don't think I got paid now that I think about it. And then I just got a job with the Association of Realtors and did, lockbox key exchanges and, learn how to collect money from people. And, it was great, so, yeah.
All right. So you learned some work ethic from working for family.
Oh, absolutely. And it was just part of the deal my parents, were just, that was just part of our expectations and that's all I knew. And, and I loved it. I worked with my sisters and when I was growing up, it wasn't so great. But now I look back and that's how I learned my work ethic was from my parents. So, and then when I graduated from college, I moved back to Spokane and I bought an existing printing company in Spokane in 1990, the beginning of 1990. So I did that for 32 years. I owned a commercial printing and marketing company. And I loved it. I've worked with businesses that had dirt floors, machine shops, all the way up to huge corporations and helped them with their printing. And so I worked with every sort of company that you can imagine and learned what it's like from other people and networking. And I've worked with all sorts of people. So it's great.
Well, that's some interesting way to get insights into the community. Another thing that gives people insights into their own community is travel. Is there some place you've been that's given you some different way of putting Spokane into context?
Well, I've been all over the country and seen different cities. I'm one of those individuals that when I go to a new city, I find a tour company and find out all the sites. So I've been to New Orleans and went through the whole community, just learning the history of all these different cities and what it's like. Memphis, Tennessee, one of the greatest cities ever. And but another country I would say recently that I've been to is Mexico. That the poverty behind the scenes is crazy. The level of poverty that people have, the opportunities that they don't have that we as Americans have. And I don't think the majority of the population has the opportunity to own their own business, especially a woman. And I'm so grateful to live in the United States. So.
Okay. So how is another question is just how is life now? Just tell us about family, recreation. What have you been up to?
Oh gosh. Well, I sold my business a few months ago, and the new owners, I sold my business after being in business for 32 years. I sold my company to a husband and wife team that are from Spokane who lived in Boise and moved back to Spokane. And I have always wanted to own their own business. And they have a lot of the same philosophy that I do, that my tagline is, it's about service. So it's never been about printing or marketing. It's about service to the people that you work for, no matter if they wanted a copy or anything. And they had a lot of that same philosophy. So when I was deciding whether or not to sell, I thought about one thing that I wanted to do. And I've always wanted to do some sort of public service. And I thought, this is my chance. So I went online and I jumped in. And
well, that answers a bit of the question of what inspired you to volunteer for public service. But I'm going to bring this to our closing question, which is the direct question to each candidate that I ask. Please tell people now, why should they vote for Kim Plese for Spokane County Commissioner, District 1?
Well, I think that the county commissioner seat is very important, as is every position really. But I think it's just because of my business background, being from Spokane, doing it for the right reasons. You know, I know how to work with people. I'm flexible. I know how to read a financial statement, have employees, what it's like to make a dollar and live on a budget. Really, I've been through every sort of possible situation you could be in as a business owner. You know, ice storm, firestorm, 9/11, the pandemic, and coming out the other side and figuring out. And the county commissioners being responsible for so much money in the budget. I think that people need to know that somebody knows what they're doing, and for the right reasons, that I'm going to watch everybody's back. It's my community and my neighbors. I got to watch out for everybody. And I'm doing it for the right reasons. That's the most important thing, I think. So.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, Kim.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy the campaign.
Oh, thank you so much, Lani. I really appreciate it.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids.
Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell way. Drive for generations.
Hey voters, join me, Kirk Cameron, on Saturday, September 24th with We Believe, We Vote at the Spokane Convention Center for a night of celebrating biblical citizenship.
Join We Believe We Vote for our annual fundraiser on Saturday, September 24th, 2022 with Kirk Cameron. For tickets and event information, please visit WeBelieveWeVote.com. That's WeBelieveWeVote.com. We'll see you there.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none from the time you call to the end of the project.